Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Kol La, Adonai Yahweh, Bashem Shalom, Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash, the honors of the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace, citation, hope for elect, Shalom. And um, this article is gonna be about um how there's some porn stars that pretty much sell, you know, their clothing items and other sorts of weird items that a lot of customers, which most likely are men that buy, as a weird fetish. But it goes on to say in the Insider article from BusinessInsider.com, says, I sell porn stars, breast implants, lingerie, bodily fluids, and other items, even their bath water. No request is off limits. And then this is on January 29th, 2023, 3 a.m. It says, Fans Utopia sells fetish items from a roster of over 30 performers. Natasha Root set up a company to sell porn stars items like breast implants, lingerie, I think that's how you pronounce the word, and socks. Fans Utopia sells items from over 30 porn stars and OnlyFans creators, even underwear with urine. And quote, no request is off limits. The most bizarre requests have a lot of details, she said. This, as told to SA, is based on a conversation with Natasha Root, the founder of Fans Utopia, a Los Angeles-based e-commerce platform for adult fetish items. The following has been edited for length and clarity. I created a company that sells items porn stars have used, everything from used breast implants and butt plugs to panties with urine, blood, or semen on them. The idea came from a dream I had in March 2021 where I was selling my friend's breast implants. I woke up in the middle of the night and had an aha moment. Doctors sometimes give people their implants back if they had had surgery to get a new breast size. My friend was going to bigger and they gave her the old ones. There were already websites and auctions to sell panties or things for foot fetishes, but I couldn't see a service for other items, so within a few days I set up the site and made it into a legit business. I used social media to contact everyone. In the beginning, I didn't have friends or anyone to introduce me to porn stars or creators, so I used Twitter and Instagram. The stars went to cater to the needs of their fans, so they would try to sell to they'll try to sell whatever they can to make their fan base happy and keep it growing. There are so many fetishes in the world now. I sell vials of sweat or vaginal discharge and even performers' bath water from home. Used socks are popular. No request is off limits. The most bizarre requests have a lot of detail, like clothing that has been worn for a specific amount of time, or have the star's urine on it. Some buyers have asked for panties that have been worn for 48 hours. A pair of used panties can go for around $80 for a well-known porn actress like Savannah Bond. Prices can start at $120. The prices go up if there are particular requests like a length of time the star wears them for, or if it has bodily fluids on it. Requests vary dependent on the buyer. The most popular selling items are panties and full bra and panty sets. Used socks are also an item growing in popularity. It turns out a lot of men love sweaty gym clothes, of course. We have buyers from all around the world, from India to England. The majority are men, but there are women who purchase items too. I'm not reading this on the article, but I'm saying that it ain't to my surprise that majority of them are men anyway. But let's go along with the article now. It says we focus on items from specific porn scenes or photo shoots. Fans can go onto the website and click on the pages of their favorite creators and actors and see all the items available to buy. We have around 30 stars on the site and we're adding around 10 more in the next few weeks. A prospective buyer can also request special items from a certain porn star or creator and I will source it. It could be items from an outfit a playmate wore on a calendar shoot, or an outfit an OnlyFans creator wore in a post. We try to make prices as affordable as possible for everyone. I don't want people to ever feel that they can't have something from their favorite person. We offer payment plans. Stars have the option to set their own price, and it can depend on many factors, including their popularity. We vacuum seal all items because some buyers like to sniff or taste it, ugh, or even wear the outfits themselves. We're literally getting the clothes off the actor's body after they shoot a porn film, and it's like the buyers are right there with them because they have their clothing or memorabilia, and it gives them a full sensory experience. In terms of safety, the seller doesn't have to worry about shipping, for which they might use their real address, which might cause issues. I keep all the seller's information confidential, and they never interact with the buyer. Before I launched Fans Utopia, I was running a luxury repair business where I would repair or teach people how to fix the designer handbags. I've only been doing this new job full time since 2022. The company has grown rapidly, and I'm proud of what we have achieved so far. We went from starting the business from my small apartment to getting our first office in a year. The goal is to become the Amazon of the adult fetish industry. Um, wow. I kind of find it a little bit, let's say, of a smart tactic to not have the celebrities' addresses, or you know, or porn star model, whatever the case is, because you have some weird ass fans out there, and then they will try to pretty much stalk those celebrities, and things like that have happened. Well, because of certain posts that celebrities make on social media, you know, and that's how they get stalked by their fans and things of that nature. And for them being that famous, they pretty much are a high target of being, stalked or even robbed. But without further ado, I'll bring out some scriptures, Lord willing. Hope it make this lesson edifying to you. Hopeful. So first Ezra chapter 4, verse 25, it says, "Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many have also have perished, have erred, and sinned from women." And one of the most abominable things I'll say is that, like, where a man could, or even a woman, because they said there's some female clients, but majority of them are men, and we're talking about buying uh those weird items from their favorite porn stars or only fan models, and one of those items will be discharge from, let's say, a female porn star, underwears with either semen or period blood or vaginal discharge on it. And that shit is like completely abominable and filthy. But in this wicked ass kingdom, Esau allows the weirdest of the weirdest things to take place, you know? And there's a term where people have is like crazy in love. So that's where first Ezra's they get that idea from that scripture that I just read from First Ezra chapter 4, verse 25 down to 27. Running out your wits for a woman, and these are women that these customers, like these fans that follow after these women, that look after their OnlyFans content, their Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, that really like follow these women on these social media platforms and watch almost every bit of their videos and try to DM them from different social media accounts and the whole nine. These are the same guys that, like, the bitch is not giving you no type of attention, and you over here just over validating her, treating her like you're her servant, and like she's a god to you, when in fact she's supposed to be under you. You know, it really shows you how a lot of things is upside down in this world, and it's like it's so fucked up. I'll bring out another precept. And Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22 says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like you do have some, they said that whole website was basically gonna be like the new Amazon for, you know, buying like their favorite porn star clothing and stuff like that. So, you know, who you mostly gonna see profiting off of this is mostly women, but it also depends on like how famous you are as a model or just a regular celebrity, you know. Uh, cause like if you're really famous, you best believe you could sell the weirdest things from your home that fans would, you know, spend an arm or a leg for. Surprisingly, you have fans out there that would really spend their hard-earned money on the dumbest things that their celebrities will sell. Even weird things like, you know, used clothing, especially like used underwear. So, um, and then who you mostly gonna see profiting off of this is mainly like women, because this whole simping society, this whole country, America mainly, is under that vibration of simping, you know, and all these other countries that follow after America's ways. You know, they have like a level of like feminism in their countries, and then their men are a certain level of, you know, of simps and things of that nature. But when it comes to America, man, you're gonna find that simping on a whole nother level, and the feminism is on a whole nother level as compared to the other countries that follow after the ways of America. You know, America's like that prime of every abomination that you could possibly think of. And um when it's coming to a lot of these women, they have made of living off of simping, you know, because you got men out there that don't even know them from Adam that will jump on a lifeline to save a bitch life that don't even know you, right? And the thing is that what these guys don't understand is that when you do those things, she's gonna expect you to do that. She's not gonna think that you're her um king, and that she has to give you her number, and that she's gonna take you out on a date. No, this bitch is just gonna go along with her wicked ass life, and she's gonna keep doing more wickedness, cause that proves that like she doesn't have to correct her ways, cause she expects for that to happen, you know. And what do you call it? That whole thing with women selling their clothing is another forgot her name, but you could search it up, where she made over six figures basically. Some social media influencer or model, she was selling farts in a jar, and she made like over 200,000. It really shows you that like some women really make a living off these simps. And there's a scripture that tells you that when a woman has a period, that you're not supposed to be basically dealing with her. She's supposed to be considered unclean for 7 days, and then you have to put her, like, let's say she basically has to like kind of quarantine from you. Like she can't sit on the same things you sit on, or lay in the same bed as you. And it's like you really can't follow that law to the fullest, because you know we in Babylon, and you know there's a lot of things that in the Bible that when you understand the truth that you wish you could practice, but you can't. You know, we'll have to wait in the kingdom to fully practice those things. But the main point is what I'm trying to say is that like You gotta be one filthy ass motherfucker to to buy a woman's period stained underwear. Like, and they even said some of those fans and customers will go as far as like wearing it, sniffing it, and they want it like sealed too, to where like no other scent is contaminated with it, but the scent of the person that last wore it. So only the Lord knows that these people even wash the clothing that these celebrities wore. Because there's a thing where you will see sometimes like on some maybe some TV show, cartoons or whatever, when a person meets a celebrity or so, they'd be like, um, they get touched by the celebrity, they claim they're not gonna wash this hand or they're not gonna wash this clothes or whatever that the celebrity touched, pretty much idolizing that celebrity like that celebrity's a god or something. When he's just a human being who put in the work to become famous, you know? Yeah. And it really shows you, man, like people in this world, they're not really they don't have a lot of wisdom, especially the men. But you could thank Esau for that. Let me see if I can pull out another precept. And in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3, it says, give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to which destroyeth kings. Exactly. And when it's coming to a lot of these men, they're not really men, because scriptures tell you that it is the duty of men to serve, the Most High. And when you serve the Most High, you understand like there's an order to this thing. Like when you serve the Heavenly Father, you put in His Son, um, basically as your head, and then as a man, you come basically like there's an order to it where Yahweh is the head of Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai is the head of the man, and the man is the head of the woman. You know what I mean? So basically, the woman comes last, and you come before that woman. And you will understand that when you understand this truth, women are not really supposed to be in the position that they're in. It's just the fact that when you have a devil like Esau running things in this world, of course he's going to put women above, the man and try to do everything contrary to what the Most High commanded, just to cause confusion, because he's the devil in the end of the fucking day. That's his job. It's already prophesied that he will do shit like this. You know, this is why these people are not fit out to rule. You know, and you see, you ain't gonna learn these things in these fucking Christian churches and shit like that. And I bet you some of those men that bought those things, I bet you some of them go to church too, fucking listening to a damn female pastor preaching and all that bullshit, and everything. And giving your strength unto woman is like you basically having her as your head. You going head over heels for that bitch, and you basically like always watching her stories on social media. You basically spending so much time investing in a woman that don't give two fucks about you. Like, come on, you know. Basically, that's you giving your strength onto a woman. You simping for her and all that shit, and that's not manly. And in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 3 says, whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father. And that's mainly, um, you know, could be your father on earth, and then even the heavenly father for the most part. Because when you seek after his wisdom, you know, and plus you got to give, thanks to not only the heavenly father for giving you the wisdom, but, you can kind of applaud for yourself as well for the fact that, you're not, with the wisdom that you have, that you're not like the rest of these men out here, going out their way to basically uh, do so much they can for a woman that don't give a fuck about them and shit like that. And for the most part, paying money for a woman that don't even know you, you know, it's like you keeping her in that position or even elevating her to get even more rich and famous. At the end of the day, you're just a fucking customer to her, a loyal one at that, for continuously buying her products, and she sees sales going up, and that's all she looking at. She ain't looking at who buying it, what's the name of this guy that bought it, oh thank you. She has like what, like millions of customers, upon thousands and millions upon millions of customers buying her products. You know, you think she's gonna go through all those millions of names of guys that out there buying her shit? Hell fucking no. Nigga must be out your damn mind. So after that it says, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. Exactly. You know, because one thing about a woman is like a child, and that's what a lot of men don't understand too much. But um, a woman is like a child, and even let's say us as like men of the Lord, because there's an order to this thing. So it's like we're considered to be the Most High's children, and as a whole, starting with the nation of our people as Israelites, we're considered to be the Most High's children. And then Yahweh Shai would be like the eldest son, you know what I mean? And there's the reason why there's an order of how Yahweh Shai is our head is because he basically was given that authority and that power to basically have all that knowledge, and there's a lot required of him. And the same thing with the men that's in this truth, mainly for the most part, there's a lot required of us. Women are not really meant to teach. Women are not meant to. They could listen and watch videos and shit like that, but ultimately they're to be led, because men could be leaders. But even there's a leader that's under a leader. You know what I mean? In this thing, and the only thing that woman could actually lead is in the household. Like guiding the children and things of that nature, but it has to be under the order of the man. You know, and men could lead under the order of who the Lord sets them under. Like you got apostles and elders in this truth, and for brothers in their respected lot, they learn under that order from the apostles and the elders. And then the Lord is over amongst them, and then over the Lord is the Heavenly Father, you know? And and that's pretty much how it is. And when it's coming to like women in general, like they're not really made or fit out to rule, you know. And like a kid, when you know how to deal with a woman, you basically will learn like it's how you deal with a kid in class, you know. Like they gonna respect you when you put order and you put your foot down, you know. And when you start being strict and things of that nature, that's why you kind of see why they have so much respect for guys who are abusive and um, things of that nature, and guys who kind of play with their emotions and manipulate them and shit like that. They're not gonna respect a guy who's a nice guy, a guy that basically does everything for her. Because like when you see a child that how they treat a teacher in school, they basically gonna follow after that same analogy. That's how women do. When a child is being treated by his favorite teacher, like the teacher is not strict, so the teacher allows the students to control the class, and he can't really get through much of the lesson. He allows all that talking in the class and allows students to kind of gain power over the class. Students will claim they love that class and things of that nature. But honestly, when you see a teacher that knows how to make the students respect them by, you know, being austere, which is like very strict, then yeah, then the students are gonna, they may not like that, but they're gonna respect that teacher, and they're gonna be like, at least that teacher, taught us something. They're gonna look at the bright side of it, and that's how it is with women. You know, they see that you're the type of person that wanna put them over you and shit like that. They're not gonna respect you because woman is a there's a thing. They're not gonna teach you how to be a man. You know, it's like you have to learn mainly from the Lord has to give you that understanding mainly, but it's like you gotta learn from personal experience, and you gotta just know how to test what you learn from the scriptures, know how to apply it. Even dealing with a woman, you still gotta kind of like have a couple female friends and know how to deal with their psychology, because it's always a thing where it's like you learn from experience, you know and even from other people's experiences too. They could give you some tips and guides, but most of the time you gotta know how to apply it on your own. Yeah, they want to make the lesson too long, but yeah, it is what it is. But who I made the lesson edifying, let's give all glory, praise, and honor to Adonai Yahweh, Bashem Shabbat, Yahweh Shabbat, Shem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, and some peace I teach you for life. Yahweh Shem Shabbat, Shalak Rayam, Adawayam, Bako Yam, Wa Abawa, Shalom.